All right, so I wanted to talk about this. Samsung confirms its $1,800 or more refrigerators will start showing you ads. The update adds promotions and advertisements to the refrigerator's display when it's idle. To me, that is insane, man. I don't know. That's an entirely new level of just invasion into the mind. Like you can't even take a break. You're just completely bombarded with crap, basically. Also, I don't know who's going to be advertising or paying for such ads, because the idea is that, well, if the refrigerator's idle, then, you know, is somebody actually looking at the fridge? I don't know how often you're in the kitchen and you just look at your fridge while you're cooking, or if you're eating food and you can see the kitchen, if you're watching a refrigerator. I don't know who's into that, but it's still messed up, right? Like, one, who's going to advertise on it? Who's going to pay? Because, like, it's kind of like you're paying to put your ad on a tree in the middle of the Amazon forest. It's like, I don't know what good that does your company. And then secondly, it's like, are we going this far? You know, like, are they going to start selling calculators that have ads on them? T83, T84, you know, kids in school, and then, oh, hold on, you can't do this math question just yet. You gotta watch the ad on the calculator. Like, this is fucked up. Society's getting fucked up. I saw this on X. I had to comment on it. You know, I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in chat or comments, right? But I don't know. To me, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. This guy says, at this point, I'm just going to keep sticking to old basic fridges. Why would I pay $2K just to be shown ads? 150 million %. Like, old refrigerators seem to have less hiccups anyways. Like, if I've fixed my family's old refrigerator and it lasted for like an extra 5 years, and it only cost $40. It was like this switch thing that just had a little bit of like an electrical component. But I think basically if you just clean out the back of your refrigerator, and also actually the fridge would have lasted longer, but my parents didn't have it hooked up with a power surge protector, so that was a big issue. So they mentioned that the day it stopped working, there was a bit of like a surge in the house or whatever, and everything, the lights flickered and everything, and I was like, oh, okay. And so that must be the cause, right? And then it just like died. We tried to fix it again, didn't take, right? So they got a new one, but not overly expensive. Anyways, apparently you have to surge protect your refrigerator, which I guess that makes sense. But I mean, you think that something as massive as that kind of had that built in. Whatever. Point is, older stuff, when it comes to vehicles, appliances, less tech, usually the better. And especially in this case, now that, you know, I like Samsung, and I got a lot of Samsung hard drives and SSDs, but it's like, don't do this. What does this guy say? There's no legitimate reason on planet Earth to own a refrigerator with a screen. That is very true. Like, yeah, like I don't know what we're talking about here. Like, yeah, Jesus. That instead of adding screens and like all this kind of fancy tech to a refrigerator, companies that build appliances should try and, you know, turn it into a multi-dimensional doorway where you just have unlimited space. That would be better usage of science and technology. That's my vote. I don't know. But anyways, I mean, there's only a few comments, but yeah, return to Kenmore. Basically, the general premise is like, like, oh, the Silicon Valley. God forbid these fridges ever get hacked. And Jin Yang. Damn it. That's a great show, by the way. If you haven't seen Silicon Valley, check it out. But yes, this is what. So if I pay less, then I get no ads. I like. It's like the prequel to this episode of Black Mirror. Yeah, I haven't seen too many Black Mirrors, but it's a good show. Anyways, this general consensus, 99.9% of people think this is stupid. So